Hi, I'm Weisbarth with Weisbarth & Associates. Welcome to my April 2025 market update. If you're thinking about selling your home this year, the two big questions on your mind are probably the same ones we hear all the time. Can I get a great price, and are there enough buyers out there? Right now, the answer to both is a confident yes, and data from March makes a very compelling case. Let's take a look. New listings and pending sales surged last month across King County, especially for single-family homes. In fact, new listings were up nearly 25% compared to March of last year, and pending sales followed right along. That means buyers are not just window shopping, they're engaging with the new inventory and making offers. And that's great news if you're a seller. Closed sales also rose, though not quite as sharply. Why the lag? Most likely because a large portion of those March listings hit the market later in the month, and many of those pending sales won't actually close until April. So don't be surprised if we see an even bigger bump in next month's data. And yes, prices are rising too. The median sale price in March was up 4.6% year over year, almost matching the peak we saw last May. That's especially impressive given that interest rates are still relatively high compared to recent years. What it tells us is that buyers' demand remains strong and the market is continuing to adjust to current borrowing costs. By the way, if you want to take a closer look at the data and read my full report at your own pace and leisure, you'll find everything in my April newsletter available online for download for free at weisbarth.com/newsletter. That's weisbarth.com/newsletter. Now, if you compare today's market to the ultra busy years of 2021 and 2022, there's still a gap in overall volume. But what's interesting is that price growth now feels steadier and more sustainable. In fact, the median price in March 2025 was actually higher than it was back in March 2022, despite lower activity levels and higher mortgage interest rates today. There's one more development we need to talk about. Until just recently, mortgage rates had been inching their way down, and there was some optimism that that trend might continue. But in the past few days, we've seen a sharp reversal, with rates suddenly jumping back into the 7% range. This spike caught a lot of people off guard, and it reflects the broader volatility we're seeing in the financial market. What does this mean for real estate? Well, the short answer is it's too early to tell. A sudden jump like this could put pressure on some buyers, especially those who are stretching to qualify. But so far, we haven't seen much slowdown in buyer activity in our local market. With demand still strong and inventory tight, well-priced homes are continuing to move quickly. Of course, if these higher rates stick around or climb further, it could have a cooling effect later in the year. But for now, it's something we're watching closely. One more factor to keep in mind: the recent wave of new tariffs could push up the cost of construction materials, which may drive new home prices even higher. And when that happens, more buyers tend to shift their focus to resale homes, putting even more pressure on an already tighter market. So, what does all this mean for you? If you're thinking about selling, you're stepping into a market with serious buyers, strong pricing, and positive momentum. And if you or someone you know is planning on making a move this year, let's connect. My team and I offer a no-obligation consultation to help you explore the options and build a strategy that fits your goals. And remember, when you work with us, you're not just making a smart real estate decision, you're also supporting Akin, an amazing organization that helps kids and families in need thrive. Your business and referrals help us give back in a meaningful way. So, if you need help or want to refer someone, just reach out. You can email, text, or use the contact info list in the newsletter, but the best way, just give me a call directly. That's 206-779-9808. That's 206-779-9808. I love to connect with new people. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more updates. And be sure to check out my April newsletter at weisbarth.com/newsletter. I'm Weisbarth with Weisbarth & Associates, and I'll see you next time. Happy spring.